Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, June 28th, and joining me as always is Dr. Timothy Bray. Our dashboard is under a little maintenance, but good news is that Dr. Bray still has some of the numbers and the trends behind us. So Dr. Bray, can you just briefly tell us what are we trending for our COVID numbers this week?
Yeah, Danny, good morning. The trend continues from last week. So we're still seeing our sort of slow, monotonous climb that would tend to align with us relaxing our assumptions. We're getting into summer now. We're getting into pool parties and beach parties and vacations and going to different places. And that's what's reflected in the numbers, is that we are generally increasing. So again, remember that we need to be vigilant, and if we feel sick, we need to act like we're sick, stay home, and keep others safe.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Bray. And can you talk a little bit about additional kids approval for the vaccine that was recent?
Yeah, and so this is one of the things that's coming up, especially as we look towards the coming fall. The FDA just approved vaccines for kids as young as 6 months old. So now, basically, if you're once you're 6 months old, there is a vaccine for you. Just to sort of remove any of the confusion, these youth vaccines, these age 6 to 11 vaccines, are the same formula of Pfizer and Moderna that they're giving adults. It's just different dosages. It's for one, it's still a series of 2 shots. For the other, it's a series of 3 shots. But it's not a new vaccine. It's approval to use the adult vaccine in a smaller dose on a child. And one of the things that's come up, and this is the question that parents are having. It is true that children are less likely to spread COVID if they get it. They're less likely to be seriously ill if they get it. And so some folks say, well, then why do we need a vaccine for children? But remember, some children are immune compromised. Some children, it would be deadly for them to get a disease that might not hurt others that badly. And on top of that, some children live in households with immune compromised family members, right? Grandma or grandpa or auntie or uncle who can't afford, because of their condition, to catch this disease. And it's very good practice for those folks to have that vaccine available. So it still remains a parental decision. We would encourage all folks to talk to their pediatricians, talk to their family physicians about what their risks are and what the best way to fight them would be.
Thank you, Dr. Bray. And do you suspect that preschools and schools for kids who are newly able to get the vaccine, do you suspect those numbers will trend down versus if maybe they would trend up before? Or what do you
Yeah, well,
foresee the numbers looking like?
great question, Danny. So I can tell you that in looking at last year's school data, we did not see any large outbreaks, widespread, let's say, where after Christmas everybody went back to school and school transmission went up. Schools have continued to be a very safe place to be. That's largely because they've changed some of their practices. So it's unclear right now if we'll see that change, if we'll see those numbers go down or maybe just moderate to what we see in the community. That's going to depend upon the vaccine adoption rate, and we just don't know what that's going to be right now.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, as always, Dr. Bray. And next week, we are celebrating the 4th of July, so we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Danny.